Hello out there, YouTube. What's up, guys? It's been a long time since I've said that, and I apologize, but I'm pretty sure in my absence, I haven't lost any subscribers. And so, to all you guys, thank you so much for sticking around. I know I was gone for kind of a long time, but I have a really good reason for that, which I will share. Let me just get this gameplay out of the way real quick. This is a 50 to 8, 66 kill confirmed. On Hijacked, I'm rocking the Stealth Chopper, VSAT, and Warthog, and the Warthog is a beast. Got me 6-man in like one, wow, shit, what do you call it? In like one strafe run today, and I was like, holy shit. So anyway, that's pretty much all I got to say about this because I have something much more important and much more near and dear to my heart I want to talk about, which is the birth of my child. So, as you guys know, I've been counting the days, the weeks, the months until my daughter was here, and she arrived last Monday at 1:07 in the p.m. Clocking in, weighing in at a whopping 8 pounds 14 ounces. She was 21.5 inches long, so not an extraordinarily large baby, but if you saw the wifey, you would probably think that was a really large baby because Melissa, she wasn't very big. She's not very big to begin with, and then on top of that, she didn't really look like she was carrying a 9-pound baby. I promise you that. But yeah, so the labor was it was like the longest, hardest, and most dreadful and rewarding thing I've ever gone through in my entire life. It was so many emotions because let me just kind of paint the timeline for you. I go into work at 8 a.m. on a Sunday. No, yeah, on a Sunday. I get a call about 9:30 from Melissa. She said she was going into labor. So of course I rush home, and we go to the hospital fairly shortly after that. And she was having contractions that were about 5 minutes apart, which is when you're supposed to go to the hospital. And so we went, and he said that she wasn't dilated enough. And if you don't know what these terms mean, you'll just have to Google them because, frankly, I don't really know either. All I know is the terms. And basically, I'll give you this though. It has to be basically at 10 centimeters dilated. That's when pretty much the baby's going to pop out. And she was only at a 2, so we still had a ways to go. And they were going to send us home. And there was like, there's no way. So they had us walk around for an hour because that kind of stimulates the birth. And so we walk around the hospital for an hour, come back, same thing. She's not making enough progress. So they have us walk around for another hour, come back, and still really no progress. So finally, they did send us home. They just couldn't keep us. And basically, they told us that whenever her contractions were so painful that she couldn't talk, move, or breathe, like to the point where she was just bawling because they hurt so bad, that's when we could come back. So that was a little aggravating to hear that, but that's what we did. That's what we did. So we went home, and she just walked around in circles around the house for about 4 hours until the pain was too bad to take. We go to the hospital about 7 p.m. and this time they do admit us, and after that it was just a really long waiting game. They gave her the magical pain thing that they call an epidural. It's pretty much numbs you from the waist down, and administered a drug called Pitocin, which kind of helps speed up the contractions, makes them more intense so we can get the baby out faster. However, that being said, we were in that delivery room for, I don't even know, probably 15, 20 hours, something like that. I got hardly any sleep whatsoever. I managed, because the chairs in there they're not made to sleep in, and it was really uncomfortable. I just couldn't get comfortable or anything. I actually ended up sleeping for like 2 hours on the tile floor just with a pillow. That's about all the sleep I got that night. And then finally the next day rolls around, and they decide that they're going to break her water. So they break her water, and that's kind of a big deal. It means the baby should be there soon, but again, it's a lot of waiting, just hours and hours of waiting. And then finally, they said that she had made enough progress that she could start pushing. And so we pushed, and we pushed, and we pushed, and we pushed, until finally the doctors were like, okay, we're going to give this like 3 tries max, and then we're going to have to do a C-section, which is what we did not want. And so they actually used a little vacuum cleaner. Not really, but it really is a vacuum. They just kind of pump it up. They stuck it on the top of the baby's head, and as Melissa pushed, they just kind of guided the baby out, because the baby, she was having a really hard time getting past Melissa's pelvic bone, and so she needed some help. So, and she had been pushing for like an hour and 45 minutes, an hour and a half. So they were like, we need to get this baby out. So finally, after all that's said and done, the baby comes out, and when you watch movies and stuff, the mom, she pops the baby out, and they're like, oh, it's a girl, and they clean her off and just hand her over, and everything's all well and dandy. But the most terrifying thing, her baby came out, and she wasn't crying. No one was really telling us anything as far as what was going on. They just, I don't even know. They were just like, it was like one nurse that was like, it's fine. She's just having a little bit of problems breathing on her own, which is fairly normal for newborns. So they had to, kind of get her to help her breathe for a little bit. Finally, we heard some cries, and eventually we did get to hold her. We held her for a little bit, and got cleaned up. The families all came in. It was all joyous, And so finally so I went home for a little bit to grab some fresh clothes and everything and get back to the hospital. When I got back, I called the nursery to have her be delivered to our room, and they were like, oh, well, we can't do that right now. She's under observation because she quit breathing. And when you're told that your child has quit breathing, like 500,000 things just like fly through your mind, and I don't really even know what to say, how I felt. I had no idea. But they seemed pretty calm about it. They said it was fairly, what am I trying to say? It happens with newborns. So, I mean, it sounds horrifying, and it was horrifying, but they didn't really seem too terribly concerned, which was crazy in my mind. But so anyway, she was in the ICU. She was there for a week, and we stayed in the hospital, and it sucked, and I hated every minute of it. But we finally got our baby home. She's gorgeous as can be, and I'm a very, very proud father. So anyway, that's where I've been for the last week. I've been in the hospital. It's been crazy, but I'm a father. We have her home now, and she's doing great, so I couldn't be happier. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.